Hey guys, what's going on? It is your boy, Yanoob Gamer. Actually, who else would it be? This is my channel. Anyway, can I just say thank you to you guys, because the growth over the channel has been insane over the last few weeks. We've passed 100 subscribers. I thought about doing a special, but, you know, I might just wait a bit longer for that. But anyway, yeah, I just want to say it's been a really good past few weeks with you guys, and I really appreciate all the time that you guys have spent watching my videos. Watching my videos. And yeah, if you could like the video and subscribe to show some more support to your boy so that I can keep doing it, that'd be great. I'll post the next Jurassic World video at 40 likes, okay? I think we can reach 40 likes. We reached 20 on the last video to get this one. So, yeah. By the way, if you haven't seen that video, it's Jurassic World top 10. No, not top 10. It's Jurassic World mid-game tips and tricks. Or you can check out my top 10 tips for beginners. But anyway, let me stop procrastinating and we'll just get straight into the video. Okay, guys. So, coming in at number 10 on this list, we have the Pelicanimus. So, if you look at this thing, it kind of looks like an ostrich on crack, you know, if you know what I'm saying. He's got some stripes on it, but that's because I got the level 20 version. The level 1 and 40 versions don't look like this. But, yeah, he is definitely nothing special. As you can see, his stats aren't that great. Yeah, he's really just kind of looking like an overall yikes here, you know. Not really a fan of that beak or anything. It's, yeah, once again, just an overall yikes. But, if you do go and, look over here, you can actually see that he does have a hybrid. So, if you look at his hybrid, oh, jeez, I actually clicked off there. But if you look at his hybrid, it is pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie, like, if we just look here. Yeah, so, like, his hybrid, 494 damage. 494 is okay for a common hybrid. You know, that's on the higher end. I will say, though, it would have been nicer if it was 500. 494 is just a weird number. But, yeah, it's pretty trash. The hybrid's pretty trash. It's not that great. But it is number 10 on this list because there are worse commons, you know. So, yeah. Okay, so coming in at number 9, we have the Hatzegopteryx? Yes, alright, I've gotten it right. Hatzegopteryx. So the Hatzegopteryx, first of all, I just don't like the way it looks. Look at this man, alright? Look at his ugly-ass eyes and his funny-looking beak. And look at that funny thing on the top of his head, okay? Just, that's yikes. Second of all, I don't like his flippin' hybrid, okay? You guys already know this, but this is the hybrid from last time. Also, his stats are just bad. If you look there, his stats just straight suck. Okay, I mean, they don't suck, they're okay. But the thing is, you have to remember with this dinosaur, and I forgot to mention this with Pelicanimus, but those guys are both event dinos. So for those of you who don't know what that means, it means you have to go into the events tab of battles and actually win them from events. And there are other dinos which you just unlock by playing the game. So, this means that you can actually only get him at certain times. And I just don't think that's worth it. Like, if you compare him to Utahraptor right next to him, worse in every way. And he's got a bit of a spread with the Pelicanimus. He's got 10 more health, but like 14 more damage. Sorry, 10 less health and 14 more damage. And yeah, he's just not looking like a super cracked dinosaur. He is still better than Pelicanimus because I think he's a flyy boy. But yeah. Okay, so coming in at number 7. No. Number 8. I'm sorry, guys. I can't count. Anyway, this guy, Labyrinthdontia, he's alright, I guess. He is an amphibian, so I suppose that does sort of help his case. But out of the 3 amphibians, I would say he's probably the worst. I mean, he does have more damage than Diplocolas and the other one. I can't remember what it's called, the little crocodile fish thing. The first amphibian you get, the first water guy that you get in the game. So he is technically the most damaging out of those 3. However, Both of those guys have relatively accessible hybrids. This guy has a hybrid with the Argentinosaurus. However, he is an event dino, which is what makes him worse. Diplocolas, which is the one next to him, and both of the other dinos, they're both non-event. So, like, yeah. That you can unlock both of them and use them. Besides, he's not good enough that you would really want to get a level 41 if you've got a level 40 of the others. So, yeah, overall, just a fat yikes once again. And, yeah, I would just not recommend getting him. Okay, guys, so coming in at number 7, we have the Argentinosaurus. So, when you look at this man, he looks pretty cool. He has, like, a little long neck and stuff and a little frill at level 40. And his stats, they could be worse. 72 damage and 281 health. He's definitely built more for taking damage rather than dealing it. But that's just most herbivores have more damage than health. Have more health than damage. And with carnivores, it's sort of the reverse. But, yeah, I would say that he is definitely, relatively good. I will admit, though, he doesn't have the greatest hybrid. Because you have to fuse him with the Labyrinthdontia to create Labyrinthosaurus, which isn't that great. If we can just pull up the stats here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So, if you look here at the stats, 1170 health and 404 damage, that's pretty trash. Like, it's not great damage. I will admit his gold generation is actually quite good. 30k every 30 minutes. That's solid. And if you have more than one, that's doubled. So, yeah, that's quite good. But getting this guy to level 40 for 30k gold in 30 minutes, I would not say it's worth it. And especially since later on in the game, when you have enough resources to do this, 30k is not that much, so it wouldn't even be worth it. It's just overall not that good. And also you need to use Labyrinthdontia that we talked about from earlier to make this hybrid. So yeah, his hybrid's pretty trash, but him as a dinosaur is okay. You can definitely get through some battles with him. Okay, guys, so coming in at number 6, we do have the Bonita Sora. And one of the reasons that this guy is good is because he has really low damage. You're probably thinking, well, that's a terrible thing. But that's actually good because in the DNA battles you put a dino and you have to fight your own dino, like you have to mirror match that dino. And because this guy has such low damage, it's really hard for him to kill himself. And he also has a good hybrid. With the Parasaurolophus, it's a relatively solid hybrid, and if we can just get the stats up here. Alright, cool. So, as you can see, it's a relatively solid hybrid. 684 damage is quite good. That definitely makes it one of the heaviest hitting herbivores in the super rarity. But also, 2,677 health is quite good. That's really tanky. And if you wanted to, and you're doing a mod battle, you could always just boost his damage. Besides, he does make 585k in 30 minutes. So no, 58k, not 500. 58k in 30 minutes, which is quite good. That means you're getting like close to 2k a minute, and that's relatively solid in terms of money generation. So if you do happen to get a high level Parasaur and a decent level Bonita Sora, then yeah, you can fuse them and get a relatively good hybrid. Okay, so coming in at number 5, we do have the Diplocolas. Now, with this guy, he's pretty cool because I like the way he looks. He kind of looks like pretty cool. Like, he looks like a fish puppy. It's pretty cute in my opinion. Like, look at him. Look at him. Aww. Anyway, with the cool little fish puppy stuff that he does, he also does look pretty cool at level 40. So yeah, level 40, he looks pretty cool. And also, he has this hybrid. Alright, and his hybrid is quite good. Diplocolas, it's quite a good hybrid. All you have to do is fuse him with Irritator, which is rare dinosaur, so he's probably going to be the second hybrid you get, because both those guys, you're guaranteed to unlock them, they're not event dinos. And if you look at Diplocolas, he looks quite cool, of course. And yeah, his stats are quite decent as well. As you can see right there, he does about 600-ish damage, you know, about 1.5k health. And those are relatively solid stats, especially since you get him so early. And also, he generates gold fairly well. Nothing to write home about, you know, his gold generation's maybe average-ish, but it's relatively okay. Alright, and, yeah. Okay, guys, so coming in at number 4 is going to be the Manjasaurus. Now, the thing about the Manjasaurus that I like about him is he definitely looks quite cool. In terms of just aesthetic, he's one of the coolest looking dinos, in my opinion. Especially coolest looking common dinos. And look at all those cool spikes. Also, he is a relatively solid carnivore in the common class. 86 damage is relatively good, 224 health. And you can fuse him with a Lanqua to create a Langosaurus. We will talk more about it a bit later. But, yeah, the stats on a Langosaurus are quite good. The stats on Manjasaurus are quite good. And, also, because you can fuse him into an even better carnivore, he is definitely going to be one of your best common carnivores. Actually, probably one of your best carnivores for the first 10-ish or so levels. So, yeah. Okay, so coming in at number 3, we have a Langosaurus. The Manjasaurus' better half, some would say. Now, you're probably wondering why I put Manjasaurus so high, and... Not Manjasaurus, a Langosaurus? A Lanqua. Why am I calling it a Langosaurus? The reason I put a Lanqua so high is because it is a very solid flyer. It's probably one of the best flyers you're going to have in common, and that's pretty much the only reason, because in terms of gold generation, damage, all and stuff, these two are pretty much interchangeable. It's just that this one flies. And, yeah. So because his type is slightly less represented, I would say that he is better than Manjasaurus. And, yeah. Okay, guys. It is number 2. The silver medal, some would say. And that is going to have to be a Langosaurus. Now, the reason that I put a Langosaurus so high is because he's probably, like, your only really good common. Except for maybe number 1. I'd say those two are, like, comparable. Between this guy and the number 1 spot, I have these guys in, like, pretty much all of my teams where I need commons. And, yeah, he's quite solid. And also, I like the way he looks. He's, of course, the hybrid of a Lanqua and Manjasaurus. I might have called Manjasaurus Manjasaurus earlier. I don't know why I keep saying that. But, yeah, this guy is definitely a pretty good dino. Even though he is the worst hybrid, common hybrid, like, stats-wise, he is the only common hybrid that you will get unless you are willing to grind event dinos. So the thing that I like about him as well is you're guaranteed to get him for every playthrough, and he is dirt cheap, okay? If you look at his DNA cost 1.29k to get one. That is only slightly more expensive than a rare, okay? Super rares cost more than this hybrid. Granted, super rares are usually a lot better, but, like, for a hybrid, this is pretty dirt cheap. He is free, okay? Freer than a free sample at Costco's. Free, so free, okay? As Peace Control Kyle would say. And also, his gold generation ain't terrible. 24k every 30 minutes at level 40. I mean, you probably won't be getting him to level 40, but hey. Relatively solid gold generation. I have a level 31, as you can see right there, highest level 30. He's quite good. And once again, I use him in tandem with the number 1 in all of my common teams. Okay, guys, so coming in at number 1 is the Trike. The reason that the Trike is coming in at number 1 on this list is because the Trike is going to be helpful throughout basically the entire game. We'll get more into that a bit later, but first of all, his helpfulness through the beginning. Now, because he is the first dino, he is the cheapest dino of them all to manufacture. Alright, you can make these guys for basically nothing, alright? In fact, when you hatch one, you can speed it up immediately for free. And they cost less than 100 DNA. Actually, no, I think it might be slightly more than 100. Also, if you look at my park there, 848k, 848k, 8400, alright, gold, in 5 minutes from all these trikes. That's because at level 40, they each make 1,280 coins every 5 minutes, which is pretty cracked. What I like to do while playing is actually have these guys farming gold for me, and basically what I'll do is every 5 minutes I will come back, check in with them, grab it, and say my play session's like 30 minutes, I'll crack it in. Also, he has a hybrid called Stegoceratops with some pretty cracked stats. Speaking of Stegoceratops, and there he is, Stegoceratops at level 10. relatively solid, actually. Quite tanky. Now, this guy will help you into the mid-game. That's why I said Trike is helpful all the way through, because he has 823 health, so he's quite tanky, alright? He could definitely take a few shots, even from some of the carnivores. And he does 211 damage, which is relatively solid. His gold generation is quite bad compared to the Trike, which is quite sad, you know. 4.158k every 3 hours it's actually pretty trash, gold generation wise, which is quite a step down from the Trike. But you can make him a super hybrid by the name of Monostegotops. And you have to just use him with Monolophosaurus DNA. And if you look, his stats are absolutely beastly. He has 6k health, okay? 1.8k damage. Absolute unit, alright? This guy can definitely take shots from some higher grade carnivores, alright? Rex could hit this man twice and he would still survive. Actually, I think it takes like 4 shots from a Rex at level 40 to kill a level 40 Monostegotops. So he is definitely quite solid. And if you look at his gold generation, it is 290k every 3 hours, which is like every 3 hours quite a bit of time, but you are only playing this game, so you play this game for like 20 minutes, okay? Then you take 3 hours or something to let your dinos hatch, let your dinosaurs recharge, and you come back on, alright? If you play like twice a day. That means that you come back with a 3 hour gap, and you come back, and 300k almost has been generated on your Monostegotops, alright? And that's not even with any boosts either. If you put the little decorations in your park next to him, then that means that your dinosaurs can make even more money. And money is definitely going to be quite useful as you go into the mid-game. As you can see, I'm a poor boy, level 47 with only 2.6k. Like, it costs 1.7 mil just to make food for the level 7 factory, okay? And you are definitely going to need gold later game. So, Monostegotops, very cracked. Stegoceratops, very cracked. And the one, the only, Trike, very cracked, very good. Okay, guys, so that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do agree with my list, you can comment that down below. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we post heat like this every week sometimes. Sorry, I had like 2 weeks off or something. Anyway. But, yeah, we do post heat like this all the time. If you disagree with the list, you can put your list down below. And, also, can I just say thank you all for the growth of the channel. It's been really good over the last few weeks. And, yeah, that'll be Yanoob Gamer checking out. See you guys on the next one.